Meeting. Hopefully our new format is working for everyone. The process for asking questions or comments will be the same. When that time comes, you'll still be able to send a message to Ms. Conway in order to ask a question or make a comment later. So let's start our evening with the Pledge of Allegiance, please.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, everyone. I'm going to forego President's report this evening for the sake of time and move to our student representatives reports. Can I please go to, where? Taylor's here. I'm sorry? I'm saying Taylor. Oh. If we can go to Taylor and Gio. I don't see Gio yet, so we'll start with Taylor for your report. Hi, Taylor.
Hi.
You mean Taylor, the person who's rated third in the shot put at the Monmouth County
Congrats,
relay?
Taylor.
Did I get that right, Taylor?
Yeah.
Very good. Sorry to embarrass you.
So as the year closes, class officers and student councils are having their annual re-elections. So a lot of the hallways are littered with their campaign posters. So that's nice to see. Jack Giglio moved on to the National TSA Conference. Character Club is doing their senior compliments. Many clubs are participating in a virtual 5K for Operation Smile on May 22nd. And Key Club volunteered at OTES Carnival this past weekend.
Thank you, Taylor. I appreciate the update, and we look forward to hearing a little bit more as we approach the end of the year. So thank you. I don't see Gio yet, so maybe he wasn't able to join us tonight. But if we see him later, we'll still grab him for his update then. Why don't we go now to the superintendent's report, Dr. Stefankowitz?
Thank you. All right, so we're over 2 weeks now in of back in pretty much full time, and it really just feels like school again, which is great. I was over at the middle school today, and the new playground is up and running, and
Yes.
it was just great to see kids playing and kids enjoying themselves, and it was a good day over there in that regard. And our cases right now are just way down, and hopefully that trend continues. But we're very excited, that for the kids to wrap up the end of the school year. We have some presentations this evening to some students, which is terrific.
Best part.
Which is always the best part of our meeting. So back in January of 2016, then Governor Chris Christie approved a statewide seal of biliteracy. And the criteria for the seal requires a student to demonstrate proficiency in English by meeting the state high school graduation requirements in English, including proficiency in state assessments and credits, and proficiency in one or more foreign languages other than English. The criteria permits a student to demonstrate proficiency in a language other than English through multiple methods, including nationally or internationally recognized language proficiency tests. And the following high school students of Ocean Township High School, they're seniors, have achieved the necessary proficiency level in English and a world language and have qualified for the State of New Jersey Seal of Biliteracy. All of these students will receive medals and certificates and insignia on their diploma. And it's my understanding they also wear a particular cord at graduation. So that's a fabulous, fabulous thing. We have certificates for all of you. Here they are. We will get them to you. But one of these days we look forward to, and I think we're probably getting very close to where we can hand them out in person once again. Before we announce the students, I just want to recognize and congratulate the supervisor of world languages and bilingual, Michael Emick, who oversees this process and this program. And 2 of the world language teachers are joining us this evening. And obviously all of our world language teachers do a tremendous job, and they're a big reason why these kids achieve this. Tonight, Dr. Regina Basilone is with us, teacher of Italian, and also Ms. Cara Tavar, teacher of Spanish, also joining us this evening. So it's great to have the two of you with us and Mr. Emick as well. And it's with my great pleasure that I will introduce and announce our students. Some of the students couldn't be with us in person tonight, but we're still going to, of course, read off their names, and this is in alphabetical order. So let's get started. So first up, in the language of Spanish, Lucas Beltran. Lucas Beltran, congratulations, Lucas. Also in the area of Spanish, Reef Berzin. Congratulations, Reef. In the area of Spanish, Nicholas Cruz. Congratulations, Nicholas. In the area of Italian, Christian DeMeo. Congratulations, Christian. In the area of Spanish, Adrian De Cristofaro. Congratulations. In Spanish, Andrew DeLoyan. Andrew, congratulations. In the area of Italian, Lainey Fingerman. Lainey, congratulations. In the area of Haitian Creole, Tanisha Flynn. Tanisha, congratulations. In the area of Spanish, Herman Garcia. Congratulations, Herman. In the area of Spanish, Isabella Garcia Segura. Congratulations, Isabella. In the area of Arabic, Shad Ghazali. Congratulations, Shad. In Spanish, Eric Giraldo. Congratulations, Eric. Also in Spanish, Rosa Maria Guzman. Congratulations, Rosa. In Spanish and Portuguese, Harrison Nascimento. Congratulations, Harrison. In Spanish, Molly Nerschel. Congratulations, Molly. In Pashto, Amina Norzai. Congratulations, Amina. In Spanish and Portuguese, Amanda Pinho. Congratulations, Amanda. In Spanish, Maya Ryan. Congratulations, Maya. In French and Portuguese, Alexandra Santos. Congratulations, Alexandra. In Portuguese, Jennifer Santos Correa. Congratulations, Jennifer. In Spanish, Olivia Schwab. Congratulations, Olivia. In Portuguese, Victoria Sousa da Silva. Congratulations, Victoria. In Spanish, Yahir Vargas Garcia. Congratulations, Yahir. And in Spanish, Yanel Zuniga. Congratulations, Yanel. So those are the individuals this year who earned, and it's a very big class this year. I can tell you that is a very large class of students, and I'm incredibly jealous. I can barely get through English half the time. So I congratulate these students and congratulate all of their teachers for their tremendous work in getting this done. You should be very proud of your accomplishment. It will serve you well, not only in high school, but well into your future. So thank you so much, and we really appreciate it. And your certificates are on the way. So congratulations to all of you.
Congratulations, everyone. And thank you to the teachers and everyone who helped make this possible.
And then just something that I wanted to mention, and we're not quite through to the end of this process yet, but if you recall, every year we have students who are involved in the U.S. Army, New Jersey School Boards Association STEAM Tank competition. Well, this year we're proud to announce that our district has 72 students, grades 4 through 8, qualify as regional finalists in the 2021 New Jersey School Boards Association U.S. Army STEAM competition. The regionals began in March and continued through April. Teams were provided time slots where they met in a virtual platform with the judges to pitch their concept. Those selected as regional winners will be notified sometime in May, so that's now, and they will move on to the virtual finals being held in October in 2021. And the STEAM Tank provides New Jersey students a platform to experience real-world problem solving. And it's just a wonderful opportunity for kids to work in the areas of science, technology, engineering, arts, and math. Of course, that's what STEAM stands for. So 72 students, if I'm not mistaken, that is the most students we've had involved in this competition.
That's
Like
really
the-
wonderful.
Yeah, I'd like to thank all the kids, the teachers, Mr. O'Neill, Pat O'Neill,
Yeah.
who oversees this endeavor. So congratulations to all these students, and we look forward to hopefully some of you moving on to the regional finals and competing, in the finals in October. So that'll be great.
Congratulations, everyone. That's exciting.
And that's all I have for this evening. So thank you.
All right.
Thank you to all the students and staff. Appreciate it.
Dr.
We look
It
forward
looks
to-
like, I'm sorry, it looks like Mrs. Basilone said Christian DeMeo Italian. I don't know if you had mentioned that name.
I thought I said Kristen DeMeo.
I thought you did as well, but I think Mrs.
Let's make sure
Basilone
it was,
didn't hear it.
let's
so-
make sure. it
Well,
was
we're going to
Christian
say it
again.
again. Christian DeMeo Italian, if I didn't say it, but I think I did. But congratulations. Thank you, Dr. Basilone, if I neglected to say that. My apologies.
We
Thank
look
you.
forward to hopefully at a very soon upcoming regular meeting to having this room full with guests again.
Yes, with world language speakers, multilingual environment. Absolutely.
Thank you. Anything else? You're done? Thank you.
Thank you.
Moving along to the school business administrator's report, Mr. Janarone.
Thank you. Just one follow-up to Dr. Stefanowicz mentioning the playground at the intermediate school tomorrow. We have our, and we had to change it to opening ceremony. So it's just impossible to keep the students off of the playground to have an actual ribbon to try to cut. So we went with an opening ceremony. So they've been on it. It's broken in a little bit now. So tomorrow at 2:30, all are welcome. We're going to have the major, at least Robert Wood Johnson will be there as being the major contributor, $100,000 to this project. And also there were other contributors, Camp David and the American Dermatologist. Unfortunately, Dr. Morgan can't make it. He was the dermatologist who sponsored the $8,000 grant that we received there. But so he sends his apologies, but I think it'll be a nice, just a few minutes to talk about the project a little bit and thank Robert Wood Johnson and take a look at the, and you can even go down the slide if you'd like. I'm not sure that I'll
How would I get
make it.
there? Do I have to go through the building or?
No,
apply?
just come, we're gonna have it outside right by, good question, thank you. We're gonna have it outside right by the playground, so you can go on the fifth grade side, the fifth grade parking lot.
First
You go like
parking lot?
around
the
by the
first parking
baseball
lot.
field and you come over.
The
Yeah,
first
it's
parking lot,
after
then
school,
go-
it's at 2:30, so you can probably park right there, even on the loop. You probably don't have to park in the lot
Well,
and
just
walk.
go, the buses, or no,
Buses,
tomorrow's
buses.
Wednesday. No,
Tomorrow's
so there won't be any
Wednesday,
buses,
It'll be
sorry.
okay.
So yeah,
Yeah.
2:30
So
will be
it's
fine.
around the back of the fifth grade wing.
On the
Yes.
fifth grade wing, on the fifth
Yeah,
grade
you park
side,
over at fifth grade,
you
sorry.
go there, we'll have some
Pull all the way toward the back.
we'll have some seats set up and like I said, we can try it out and give it a shot and we'll
Go down
have a
the
little
slide.
ceremony outside and we'll go from there.
Very nice.
I've heard there's some amazing sensory pieces to the apparatus that are helping a lot of the OT kids.
Yep, that was the first initiative.
So let me be clear. We can go down the slide?
You can go down the
We
slide,
can go
yes.
down the slide,
You can
okay.
go down the slide.
But not head first, right? You got to go down.
You have to
Yeah.
follow all
Follow all the
rules.
rules. Okay.
Mr.
Just want,
Weinstein.
just making
Yes.
sure, just making
Okay.
sure.
I will say, if everyone hasn't seen Mr. Amato's tweet from yesterday that showed the kids running towards that playground, it was a really nice thing to
Nice.
see how excited they were.
We had to pull Mr. Amato off the ground.
Yeah.
And that concludes my report.
Thank you, Mr. Janarone. At this time, we will move to public comment. The following are a series of motions to be read by the committee chairpersons. All motions have been discussed at a recent public work session. Some motions have been approved at a public work session, and the minutes for the approved items are posted on the district website. At this point in the meeting, we will now conduct the first of two public comment sessions. The first session will be open for public comments on any agenda item only. The second session will be at the end of the meeting and can be on any topic. Would anyone from the public like to comment on any agenda item at this time? Just as a reminder, please send a message to the help desk to Ms. Conway, and she can assist you with making a comment or asking a question. Ms. Conway?
Yes, we have one commenter at this time.
Sandy Miller. Sandy Miller, you can go right ahead.
Hi. I might be stretching the agenda item just a little bit. So after I ask my question, if you would like to defer to the end, I totally understand. First, I just wanted to congratulate all of the Foreign Language Award recipients tonight. Those were unbelievable achievements, and it just started, you need to think about the languages that we do offer in district. And I was wondering if the district is ever considering bringing back maybe a third language, and if so, would you ever consider American Sign Language? The reason being is that languages are often very difficult for many special ed students because many of them are classified either as communication impaired, have a speech articulation issues, they might have stuttering, language-based learning disabilities, or other specific learning disorders such as dyslexia. And language learning is difficult for these students, and these students often learn through alternative methods such as multisensory based instruction or learning through movement, which is often outlined in a student's IEP. Electives and languages are unsupported classes, meaning at the upper grade levels, if your child gets pull-out resource or they get in-class support, which is a classroom that's taught by a special ed and a regular ed teacher in the room for those, they only get it for core classes. So they will not receive those other supports. That is typical and common in all districts, and that is not the reason why I'm bringing this up. I'm just trying to give you the background and groundwork of things. So having a language in itself that provides a type of learning, sign language, and that support may be very beneficial to students with different learning needs. Even though it's not a special ed class in itself, it would be a nice addition to our school's already inclusive portfolio that we have been putting forward. And in closing, I just wanted to say that it also could provide a non-traditional, interesting option for some other regular ed students. So that's basically it. I sincerely thank you for your time and your consideration.
Thank you, Mrs. Miller. Dr. Stankiewicz, want to speak to that?
Yeah, I know that the issue has come up. I think we're all open to the idea of it. And I think, our world language supervisor, if I'm not mistaken, I do think that it would count toward the graduation requirements, if I'm not mistaken. So that's always part of it. And finding staff is another part of it. But I do think we're certainly open to that idea, and we can certainly speak to our supervisor to look further into it.
Thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Conway, is there anyone else who would like to ask a question or make a comment at this time?
No, there are no further commenters.
Thank you. So then we will move to the approval of minutes. Mr. Weinstein?
Oh, sorry about that. All right. Let me see. Hold on. Hang on. Thank you, Madam President. Move to approve the meeting minutes in accordance with the Board of Education bylaws number 0168, recording of board meetings for the session of May 11, 2021. Can I have a second?
Second.
Anybody have any questions or comments regarding that notes for these minutes?
I had an addition to make. Is this when I am able to make that, Ken?
Yes.
Yeah.
I just wanted, I was looking through the minutes and there were so many votes last week. So I honestly kind of got confused of everything that I voted on because there were so many names. So I just wanted the record to reflect that for personnel item number 17, I was voting yes to all, but no for Miss Parisi. So if the record can reflect that, I made an error in voting, not realizing that I was voting for all.
That's not something that can be rectified in the minutes. The minutes are the minutes. So if you want to make a statement to clarify your vote, you can, but we can't change that in the minutes.
Can we? I thought we were going to do that in
I thought that's
personnel.
what I
Is that
just
right?
did. I thought I just said I just want to state it on the record.
Well, that would go in the
Exactly.
minutes for the next meeting, but that would go
Yeah,
in the
so
minutes
this-
for this meeting.
Okay.
You changed it. I would not revise the minutes that we're voting on. This is voting on past minutes.
Correct. They would just be noting
You
in
can't change
the
what happened
18th
in the
minutes.
past,
Yeah, I know.
minutes.
That's why I asked Ken, is this when I do it? And he said yes, so that's why.
No, this is the correct time. I think this would just be, you're just noting
Yes.
what your intention was. It doesn't change the vote.
Correct.
It's just noting what your intention was. And so this will be reflected in the 18th meeting, that your intention on the 11th meeting was, that's what your intention was, even though you did not
Perfect.
do that.
Yep. And I think I have something similar. I want to recuse myself from voting on my wife's salary, and also all the administrators and who she reports to.
Are there any other board members who need to make clarifications from votes from last week to be reflected in the next meeting minutes? All right. Any comments on or questions about the minutes for the May 11th meeting? All right, Mr. Genera.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
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 Anyone opposed? Any abstentions? Okay, the motion carries.
Thank you, Mr. Weinstein. Approval of bills, Ms. Tortorella?
Move for the approval of the following paid items as listed below for period of April and May, totaling $7,165,278.07. Can I get a second?
Second.
Mr. Genera?
Okay, Mrs. Beal,
Yes.
Mrs. Gilman,
Yes.
Ms. Hayes,
Yes.
Mrs. McGovern,
Yes.
Ms. Tellerico,
Yes.
Mrs. Tortorella,
Yes.
Mr. Weinstein,
Yes.
and Ms. Fuller.
Yes.
Okay, the motion carries.
Thank you. Staying with Ms. Tortorella for financial management and resource services.
Thank you, Mrs. Fuller. I have 14 items for approval this evening. Item 7.1. Move to approve the following resolution. Move to approve. The following resolution certifies that budget balances at the end of April 2021 were adequate to pay all remaining obligations of the 2020-2021 school year, and that account groupings required by the state have adequate balances. The board is also certifying that the independent reports of the treasurer and the business office are in agreement as per the resolution below. 7.2, move to approve transfers. The following motion is to transfer monies from one account in the budget to another and provide the adequate balances referred to in the first motion as per the below attached. 7.3, security drill reports. Move to approve the following security drills for the month of April 2021 as per the below. 7.4, move to approve the following petty cash accounts as listed below. 7.5, move to approve the school business administrator or board secretary and or the assistant school business administrator, assistant board secretary be approved of the school as the school funds investor for the 2021-2022 school year pursuant to NJSA 17:12B-27. 7.6, move to approve designating Kenneth Janarone, school business administrator, as qualified purchasing agent and to set the bid threshold in accordance with NJSA 18A:18A-3A and NJSC 5:34-5, currently $44,000. 7.7, move to approve designating Kenneth Janarone, school business administrator, as public agency compliance officer to oversee all matters concerning implementation and administration of the legal requirements of the State of New Jersey Department of Treasury, Division of Purchase and Property, Contract Compliance Audit Unit, EEO Monitoring Program. 7.8, move to approve designating John Bosman Sr., Director of Facilities, as the Integrated Pest Management Coordinator, Right to Know Officer, AHERA Coordinator, Asbestos Management Officer, and Indoor Air Quality Management Officer. 7.9, move to approve the appointment of the School Business Administrator Board Secretary as the custodian of government records in accordance with the Public Access to Government Records Law, PL 2001 C404, amendment to the Right to Know law for the 2021-2022 school year. 7.10, move to approve advertising for bids for budgeted items for the 2021-2022 school year that exceed the bid threshold in accordance with NJSA 1-A:18A-3A. 7.11, move to approve the renewal of cooperative pricing agreements with Hunterdon County Educational Services Commission and Educational Services Commission of New Jersey and commodity resale and shared services with County of Monmouth for 2021-2022. 7.12, move to approve the revision to a transportation jointure agreement with Long Branch Board of Education for Mast Academy. The Township of Ocean Board of Education is the host as per the below. 7.13, move to approve a rental agreement for use of the pool facility at the JCC Jersey Shore for high school swim team practices and swim meets for the 21-22 season for a total cost of $20,192 as per the attached. And finally, 7.14, move to approve the renewal of cooperative pricing agreements for 2021-2022 school year with the following agencies: Board, Keystone Purchasing Network, and National Commodities. May I have a second?
Second.
Any questions? I know we've kind of talked about these the last workshop. Okay,
Mr. Turner?
Mrs. Beal,
Yes.
this is item 7.1 through 7.14. Okay, Mrs. Gilman,
Yes.
Ms. Hayes,
Yes.
Ms. McGovern,
Yes.
Ms. Tallarico,
Yes.
Ms. Tortorello,
Yes.
Mr. Weinstein,
Yes.
and Ms. Fuller.
Yes.
Okay, the motion's carried.
Thank you. Thank you, Ms. Tortorello. Moving to instruction, education, and student activities, Ms. Gilman?
Yes, there are 5 items this evening for instruction, education, and student activities. 8.1 textbooks. Move to approve the renewal for the 2021-2022 school year of existing textbooks used for the district's curriculum in accordance with the attached memorandum dated May 6, 2021, and the attached textbook chart as listed below. 8.2 nursing services. Move to approve the district's nursing services plan for the 2021-2022 school year in accordance with the attached memorandum dated May 3rd, 2021. 8.3, contract between the Board of Ed and Institute for Multisensory Education. Move to approve a contract between the Township of Ocean Board of Education and the Institute for Multisensory Education, IMSE, memorandum dated April 27th, 2021, and the contract are attached. 8.4, out of school suspension. Move to affirm the district's out of school suspension report for the month of April 2021 as listed. And 8.5, HIB report. Move to affirm the following harassment, intimidation, and bullying HIB incident summary reports for the 2020-2021 school year. The reports were previously provided to the board by the superintendent of schools. The board has reviewed the reports and affirms the superintendent's decisions. HIB report number 11, presented May 11th, 2021, and HIB report number 12, presented May 18th, 2021. Items 1 through 5, a second?
Second. Mr. Turner?
Okay, Ms. Beal,
Yes.
Ms. Gilman,
Yes.
Ms. Hayes,
Yes.
Ms. McGovern,
Yes.
Ms. Tallarico,
Yes.
Ms. Tortorello,
Yes.
Mr. Weinstein,
Yes.
and Ms. Fuller.
Yes.
Okay, the motion's carried.
Thank you, Ms. Gilman.
You're welcome.
Personnel, Ms. McGovern, may I ask you to do personnel this evening in Ms. Paralamas's absence?
Sure. 9.1, move to approve the resignation of Alicia Tenero, mathematics teacher, Township of Goshen Intermediate School, effective June 30th, 2021. 9.2, move to approve that a revised contract be issued to the following intermediate high school special education teacher retroactive to September 1st, 2020. The revised contract reflects an annual stipend of $1,500 for the 2020-2021 school year for teaching a 6th period class. The revised salary, retroactive and prorated, noted below includes the $1,500 stipend. Eileen Neer. 9.3, move to approve an extension to an unpaid leave of absence for Bethany Dancher, mathematics teacher, Ocean Township High School, for the period of May 24th, 2021 through June 16th, 2021. Mrs. Dancher is expected to return to work on September 1st, 2021. 9.4, Move to approve an unpaid leave of absence with the continuation of benefits for Marissa 80, instructional assistant, Ocean Township Elementary School, for the period of May 18th, 2021 to June 16th, 2021. 9.5, move to approve Daryl Ann Imperato, as its instructional assistant to provide aid support to an Ocean Township High School student with disabilities attending the junior prom. 9.6, move to approve Robin Wolf as an instructional assistant bus aid substitute for the 2020-2021 school year. 9.7, move to approve substitute teachers for the 2020-2021 school year in accordance with the attached list dated May 14th, 2021. 9.8, move to approve Thomas Land as volunteer playground aide at the Ocean Township Elementary School for the remainder of 2020-2021 school year. 9.9, move to approve staffing for the 2021 Special Education Extended School Year Program in accordance with the attached memorandas dated May 11th and 18th, 2021. 9.10, move to approve substitute staff for 2021 Special Education ESY program in accordance with the attached memo dated May 11th, 2021. And 9.11, move to approve the request of District Employee 8181 to use 17 days from the sick personal leave bank plan. May I have a second?
Second.
Okay, Mrs. Beal,
Yes.
Mrs. Gilman,
Yes.
Ms. Hayes,
Yes.
Mrs. McGovern,
Yes.
Mrs. Tellerico,
Yes.
Mrs. Tortorella,
Yes.
Mr. Weinstein,
Yes.
and Ms. Fuller.
Yes.
Okay, the motion's carried.
Thank you, Ms. McGovern. Moving to technology, Mr. Weinstein.
Thank you, Ms. McGovern. Ms. Fuller.
Old habits. It's okay.
There are three items that we are looking to move and approve. The first one, move to approve the purchase of Aruba network switches and wireless access points, including some installation optimization, testing, and training for the use district-wide in the gross amount of $648,025.25, as per the attached quote number 21002281. The actual cost to the district after the E-rate discount will be $324,012.63. NASPO value contract spin number 143032154. Note the district technology staff will perform the cabling and mounting of the wireless access points. 10.2, move to approve the purchase of 500 Dell Chromebooks 3100 from Ocean Computer Group for 5th and 9th grade students that include on-site/in-home service after remote diagnosis and accidental damage services for 4 years in the amount of $170,565, as per the attached quote number KD022980 version 2. NASP value contract M0483 computer equipment, peripherals, and related services, state contract 19-TELE-00656 and 89968. 10.3, move to approve the purchase of 250 Dell Chromebooks 3100 from Ocean Computer Group for the 4th grade students that include mail-in service after remote diagnosis for only 1 year and does not include accidental damage coverage in the amount of $64,450, as per the attached quote number KD022981 version 2. NASPO value point contract M0483 computer equipment, peripherals, and related services for the state contract 19-TELE-00656 and 89968. So just to give a little bit of a quick discussion on this, these are things that were talked about in our budget. And I think the Chromebooks are probably a little self-explanatory, but just to give a little bit of background on the Aruba switches. The current switches that we had were supported for about 9 years. They were model 5400. The Aruba switches we're getting have been in the market for 2 years. We believe that they have a long life to them. I don't know if we would put into the category that we think we're going to have them for 9 years, because we talked about before that we might try to recycle them a little quicker. Saying all that, I feel good that that this switch has been on the market for 2 years. And also there are a couple of districts that have moved to that switch: Middletown, Monmouth Regional, Matawan, Aberdeen, Red Bank Regional, and Newark has gone on with the Aruba switches, and have been wireless since 2018. I think the thing that we're looking for is that the current lead time is roughly 2 to 6 weeks, but that is, that can change based on demand. So we wanted to figure out how to, order these, so we can, so that the team had enough time to get delivery and had enough time to be able to implement these before school started. So I don't think I need to go into the Chromebooks at this time.
just have one question.
Yeah.
Actually, I have two.
Yeah.
Can we go to Aruba and check out the? I'm really not sure.
Yeah, there was another.
But
Can I get-
I think you still have to
Training is being held.
quarantine if you go to.
Can we get
Aruba.
it? Can we second that motion? You want to second that motion?
Sorry, why come back?
I'll say 10.4, second that
There we go.
motion. Yeah.
You have the place to stay.
Yes, I do. I've got a place to stay. My second question is, why is 10.2 and 10.3 separate? We've got 250 Chromebooks for grades 4 and then 500 Chromebooks for 5 and 9. It couldn't just be 4, 5, and 9?
It's it's separated, if I can jump in.
Sure.
For the pricing because of 4th grade, they do not bring them home. Well,
Oh.
hopefully.
For the
won't be.
service. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, so it's a service, part of the warranty. It's a lower pricing, so that's why they're they're
separated.
split, they're separated like
Thank
that.
you.
Yeah, but this is the same model as last year so as everyone knows, we're on the rotation of 2 grade levels a year. And in every 4 years, it's 3 grade levels. Did I get that right, Jim? Was it 4 years? Or 5th year? I think after every 4 years, we do 3 grade levels. So it'll be 5th grade and 9th grade every year. And then every 4 years, we go to the 4th grade. And that keeps the cycle going. And then also just to mention, as as Mr. Weinstein said, we were trying to get this out as soon as we could, because of course we experienced delays like a lot of school districts last year, and it was close for us, getting everything for September. So this year we wanted to make sure, we've heard about chip shortages, we've heard of all different things because of the pandemic. So we wanted to try to get this order out as soon as we can, especially noting that with the upgrade in this new wireless system that we're proceeding with, that our tech, and it's in the resolution, but our tech team is touching every classroom. They're going in and they're doing the cabling and the mounting of the access points, that little spider that goes in each room. So that's saving us tens of thousands of dollars, but of course that takes time. So that's why we wanted to get this going and
have enough time so we could get in and troubleshoot any things that kind of occur before school does start, because these things typically have some hiccups.
Yep.
So we want to make sure we.
So you think that they'll be here in time and installed and trouble?
Well, I think
before?
the outside was 6 weeks of getting them. So,
To get them, so
but
then it
that's,
takes us,
I
right.
mean, there are other people who are ordering them.
that's
so-
July.
Yeah,
that's the plan.
this is the plan. Yeah.
But as Mr. Weinstein said, sometimes there are hiccups, but if we do it as upfront as we can and we test and we have time to do all that, it'll reduce them. I can't promise you that there won't be any, but it'll certainly make smaller or less number of hiccups.
And Ken, this is what we budgeted for, right?
Correct. That we're actually a little bit under budget, which is good, which I always like that.
Woo-hoo.
Yep.
Thank you, Mr. Weinstein. Do we have a second on that?
Did I miss the second?
Second.
I think, okay, Mr. McGovern, a second. Okay, so items 10.1 or 10 to 10.3. Mrs. Beal,
Yes.
Mrs. Gilman,
Yes,
Ms. Hayes,
Yes.
Mrs. McGovern,
Yes.
Ms. Talarico,
Yes.
Ms. Tortorella,
Yes.
Mr. Weinstein,
Yes,
and Ms. Fuller.
Yes,
Motion's carried.
thank you, Mr. Weinstein.
thank you.
At this time, is there any old business from the board?
I think I do. Can we get an update on any social distancing, masks, travel guidelines from the superintendent?
As far as social distancing and masks, there's no change at this time for this school year. New travel guidelines, we will be putting into effect. Individuals who travel domestic leave, they no longer will have to quarantine upon return. I have to double check the international travel. I haven't had an opportunity to look at that. But we will follow the New Jersey, basically what New Jersey guidelines have been put out, that's what we will be following. The governor did say, there's been some somewhat mixed messaging over the last several months. Hopefully what the governor said yesterday is the most, obviously it's the most current and hopefully it's the most accurate, is that he expects all schools to open fully come September. The commissioner then, the commissioner of education then put out that, if there's an outbreak and a school has to go remote, that may still be an option. But as of right now, there does not appear to be a remote option. We don't know we have not seen any guidance about masks or anything like that for the fall yet. So it's still a little bit to be determined as to what this will mean for September. What this means for us right now is nothing has changed within our schools in terms of masks and social distancing. But the travel guidelines have been lifted for at least domestic quarantine guidelines, I should say, for domestic travel. And we'll double check the international.
And that'll probably be in your letter then, or do you anticipate in your letter?
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Do you anticipate that being in your Friday letter if you have?
Yeah, if not going out to some people sooner. I mean, there's not a ton of travel that goes on between now and the end of the school year. So we've had a few people call us directly, but yes, I would more than likely update that on Friday. Hopefully there's nothing else left to update because there won't be any cases. So, hopefully we'll have that.
And I had a second question about all the positions that have been open recently. I think most of them closed. I could be wrong. So how are we doing with that? Like, how's the pool? Did you get a good amount of resumes? How can you give us any update in the
I don't know about all of the positions. I've looked at some. I mean, I think some. For the summer, what I've been looking at mostly are the summer. And we've gotten some, but we are still in need of some. So we'll be reposting some things and then posting also outside. We did not get, and this is not atypical, that in the first posting that we didn't get every position that we were looking for. But I think we did okay, but we still need more people to do the summer programs the way we want to do them in terms of number of kids and number of weeks and what have you. I think one of the biggest hurdles is what we said, that after this year that was, I can certainly understand why staff members may not want to commit to a 5-week summer program. We all need time to recharge, and so we're going to work with people to see if some people might be willing to do 2 weeks and other people might be willing to do 2 weeks and so on, that we can some people might be able to tag team some positions. So we're going to get creative but I feel very confident that, our staff always comes through for us, and that, between them and some of the outside folks that we could bring in, then, we should be okay. As far as the other, permanent positions, I know that a lot of, at the building level, interviewing has begun. And it's my understanding that the pools are good pool of candidates. And for more of district level positions, they just closed. So we're just assessing that right now.
Great, that's good to hear. Thank you.
Yep.
Ms. Field?
Yes, my only question with Dr. Stefankowitz, will you also just please include summer guidance in your information, even if there are no changes, just to reiterate, no changes for mass, social distancing, et cetera, for any participation in,
Yeah, I think
for
I
example,
read.
the ESY program.
Yeah, I think what I read was that the summer, the expectation was what is current. Don't quote me on that. I could be, I read it quickly yesterday, but I thought it's my understanding the new executive order is going to look to be, going to look to end, but it would still include the summer. But yes, I will look into what the summer guidance will be as well. But we do plan to be in person for summer. So. I'm just getting an update from Ms. Zona saying mask and social distancing is in effect for summer program, for ESY in summer programs, yes. That's what I thought.
Thank you. Any other old business from the board? Any new business from the board? Mrs. McGovern.
I have two quick things, Jim. For I guess all three of you. Can we possibly put on an agenda item discussing the email that we all received from a parent asking about talking about? Okay.
Yeah,
that was number one.
that's my apologies. A lot
That's
of
okay,
a lot
no.
of things been going on.
Well, I didn't think it could go in today anyway,
Yeah.
so I just want to make sure about homeschool kids participating.
Yes,
So I just wanted to make sure.
right now, just as everybody knows, right now it is in policy, is a policy
Right, it's a board
issue.
policy.
It's a board policy that states that they cannot.
Right, I just
And
wanted
there's
to
a
make
lot
sure
of
it was
reasons
discussed.
behind that. So yes, I think it would be good to have discussion, have understanding of why our current policy is the way it is. And obviously the board would have the ability to discuss, it would require a change in policy.
I think the
That was
expectations, we'll put that on the June 1st agenda.
Great. That was my first question. My second question is, can you speak to the decision about graduation, that if it is inclement weather, only bringing students inside and not having parents instead of rescheduling graduation?
Well, rescheduling is very difficult with, because we rent the sound system and all those
I
things.
understand.
Dawn, are you on?
She's here. I just want to say, I understand that and I know that. However, I do.
It's not going to rain.
I know it's not.
Don't worry
But
about it.
last year, we were ready to, and I know we've gone through and it's different times. We were ready to move on a moment's notice. We had a couple of dates backed up and we were renting the same equipment. So I just want to say that, we're all trying to get back to normalcy, and I know that
Right, but we were in July. There wasn't as much going on. I mean, it was different, right?
right, but we're
Um,
also getting out 4 days earlier. So I'm
Yeah.
just, and I
Yeah.
know it's a lot to ask staff to come back, but I feel like after a year that we've had, I would think that our staff would most of them would come back. I mean, I have an 8th grader, so I don't have the high schooler, and the 8th
Yeah.
grade letter hasn't come out yet, but I'm sure the 8th grade letter is the same letter as the high school letter.
Probably pretty similar.
So I'm actually probably speaking as a parent, should be in public comment, but I just want to know if maybe we can speak to that
Oh.
and see if there's going to be a change.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, one thing I will say overall, because we've got some other things about number of tickets and things like that. I mean, there's still just about a month for graduation. So, if things start to open up, we could revise some of the things that we've talked about. But Dawn, do you want to address the inside piece, if you don't mind, Mrs. Kasuba?
Yeah, absolutely. And I certainly appreciate your concern, Ms. McGovern. We, as Jim said, we are about a month out, and we're still looking at alternatives. We have backup plans should things open up a little bit further, but we wanted people to be prepared for the possibilities that exist right now. I'd love to think that staff will come back. As you said, it's been an incredibly challenging year. And we will do our best to have parents there as much as possible. I'm on Jim's page. It's not going to rain. It's not going to rain.
I'm with you on that page.
We'll wait till 2 a.m. in the morning for the rain to pull out if we have to.
And that's
Right.
I mean, we talked last year about if it was going to rain at 4 o'clock, we were going to move it to 11 o'clock in the morning. Like we were,
Right.
we were figuring. I just would like to see that the same kind of things that we were willing to jump through hoops and go over and above and beyond. And I'm sure you're going to do that, Dawn. I know you will, and I know your heart is very similar to mine and bleeds in this category. But I'm just saying that I think that we were going to do that last year, and we could probably do it again this year. That's
we,
just,
we are going to do everything we can to make sure that at the very least, parents
and I'm not asking. for more.
can,
Yeah.
can see their kids
Exactly.
graduate. And obviously we understand too, that parents today means a lot, can mean many different things, right? So we understand that. And, we want as close to normal as possible.
Thank you.
And tell Judge to calm down, Dawn. Okay, please.
They always know.
Did Aaron Judge just hit a home run or something? And he's-
I don't know. He wants some attention tonight or something. It's going great.
Is there any other new business from the board?
I have
Ms.
a
Gilman?
question about the NHS ceremony. I think I had emailed and asked, that's scheduled for outside?
Yeah, we're going to probably, or I think we're going to adjust our board meeting time. Because I know obviously I think it's a 6:30 start for that, Dawn, right? And you said it's about a 45-minute or so program, 45 minutes.
45 to an hour.
Right, so we were thinking of maybe having our meeting at the high school since we would be there and we would be able to, we might have to start a little later than normal, but I know that a lot of board members and others the problem was there were just no other nights available. There's a lot of things planned. So we will make arrangements for both. And we don't want to start the NHS program any earlier because it will make it more difficult for parents who we want very desperately to be there to see their children inducted to get there. And so we will work it out.
Good. So that's also scheduled for outside. Should it rain?
There's a similar plan that we would move the kids inside, and that's in the auditorium.
Right.
So it would create some issue for parents to physically be there, but they would be able to see it. I think through
Live stream.
a live stream. Yeah,
Yes.
but it's not going to rain. So don't worry about
No, and we don't have the same flexibility with NHS to try for a different night just because it's so packed with other events those last 2 weeks. So if NHS would definitely move and we'd be like that. I'm so sorry.
it. We got it. We get the gist.
This is the bad thing about not using snow days and giving those days back. You run out of days to do things.
Don't worry, snow days return next year.
Okay. Ms. Hayes?
Hi, yeah, I'm just wondering about the new format for this Zoom. People who are attending can't see who else is here. Will we be adjusting that? Like, are we trying this out? Will we be adjusting that? Because if we were in person, everyone would be able to see, like, Joe Smith down the street is sitting next to them at, in the auditorium.
We should be able to see the participant list and see the names of others who are here. We're trying to move ourselves back towards the feeling and the format of a regular meeting. And we actually hope that at some point, really within the next 2 months at most, by July, the board members will all be here in person, physically in this room, and we can start, or perhaps in another location, and we can start welcoming members of the public back as well, so that we can start conducting our meetings as we did before this all began. I think at that point, we'll still provide a live stream of the meeting, but we'll move towards public participation, hopefully soon being in person.
So and I don't know if this is a question for IT. So when we're recording this, are we recording just the TOSD BOE cam the enther time?
That's what we always do. We record that's what we've always been.
No, we've always done, but
doing,
it looks different.
Is it's pinned to it's pinned to this room for the recording purposes, so that we have a consistent stream of the recording. That's what we've been doing essentially since we started recording the meetings on our own account when we shifted away from using my former colleague, Mr. Dietrich's account.
Yeah, somebody was texting me that when they're home, they're only seeing the room and people are talking, whereas that's the recording that, like, you guys put up, or whoever does puts up on YouTube. But at previous meetings, if I was talking right now, they would see my head and my face. So they actually know the Board of Ed member who's speaking. But tonight, they're not seeing that. They're still just seeing.
We'll see if we can adjust that for the members who are still at home. I think ultimately we're moving towards the format when we're all in person and we're just broadcasting. So if we can switch that to be so that we can see the board members who are at home when they're speaking, we can try to do that. But again, I think we're trying to shift towards.
Yeah, not even the board members who are home. Like, you're speaking right now, somebody who's home watching this, a parent, doesn't know it's you that's talking unless they know your voice. You
That
know,
won't be able
and
to change though, because
we
all
used
of
to have
our,
it that other way.
Yeah, right. And I think I don't necessarily need for everyone to see that it's me. They can probably tell by my gesturing too in the
I
distance who it
can't,
is.
I can't see it.
But yeah, I mean, we can discuss it further. I don't, we as board members are individually logged on. I do it just for the convenience of being able to conduct the meeting, not because there's a necessity for us to each be logged on individually. But we can certainly discuss it more. But again, we're trying to transition back towards the look and the feel and the structure of our traditional meetings before the pandemic. Is there any other new business? All right, hearing none, we will go to public comment. Would anyone from the public like to comment on any item at this time?
Yes, the first commenter is Mr. Mike Riley. And Mr. Riley, please go ahead.
Okay. I just have a question for the board. Are you aware that we lost a staff member today?
Yes, Mr. Riley, thank you. We actually were waiting to make sure that the notice had gone out to the staff, which we just were informed had happened. So we were waiting to make sure that
It
that
went
had
out at
happened.
7:15. It went out at 7:15.
And we were,
Why did this meeting not start with a moment of silence?
no,
It just relays the fact that the staff feel neglected, we feel ignored, and that we're just pawns in the game.
Mr. Riley,
And I
hope you don't-
cannot emphasize enough, you know how I am. And I rarely get angry to this level, but I am livid right now.
And we appreciate that, Mr. Riley.
I
And thank
cannot,
you. We wanted to make sure that the matter got the respect that it deserved. And Dr. Stefankiewicz was waiting for confirmation that the staff and that the families have been informed so that we could make
7:15.
sure, so that we
That's
could
when the
make
staff
sure
found
that
out.
we gave the appropriate notice to everyone who needed to know. So we will take this moment, Dr. Stefankiewicz, if you'd like to inform the school community of what we learned of this evening.
Certainly. So, Mike, I certainly understand what you're saying. And, I obviously there's absolutely, we needed to make sure, we found out about this situation right before the meeting, and we wanted to make sure that the staff was aware. We wanted to make sure that families were aware. We did not want to broadcast something to the public and have this be the first time people were hearing about it. And so, at that point, we had wanted to make sure everything went out, and we were waiting till the end of the meeting, which was about to happen before we made an acknowledgement. So I appreciate the emotion of where you are and other staff members may be, but I can assure you that there was absolutely no way that this meeting was going to go by without an acknowledgement from the Board of Education on the passing of staff member Denise Amato, Italian teacher at the intermediate school, someone who has been with us for almost about 2 decades. We are, as a staff and as a school community, devastated by this situation. This is now the second staff member, and we also had a student that we lost this year. This year has been absolutely horrific. There's nothing more that we can say. And all the thoughts and prayers and everything that we can send to the family of Ms. Amato and everyone within our school community, we are sending it. And we will, as we get more information, we'll provide it to the community. Mike, I'm sorry if you felt that this board was not acknowledging the loss, but I can tell you this board has felt very strongly and has felt very deeply about this loss. And we just wanted to make sure that the information was out to the community before this board acknowledged it. So I'm sorry if you and others felt that we were not going to acknowledge it. That is absolutely not what was going to happen. And as a matter of fact, if you had not come on, that was the next order of business. So I'm sorry,
We wanted to close the meeting once we found out Dr. Stefanowicz had confirmation to close the meeting, because we did not think it was appropriate to then return to other business or anything of that regard. We wanted to make sure that we could have an appropriate time for the board and for members of the community who are on with us this evening to reflect upon this news, and also give assurances that there will be supports available tomorrow in the school for both the staff and the students as well as they learn about this. There was, we were so shocked and so saddened to hear of this news. I want to make sure that we are giving it the appropriate space, and our sympathies go out to the family, and the friends, and the students of Miss Amato on this really terrible loss for our community. And thank you, Mr. Riley. We thank you very much. And so with that, we will keep everyone informed of services and other information related to Mrs. Amato's passing. It's just a very sad day for our school community, and we'll keep her family in our prayers. Is there anything else, Dr. Stefanowicz?
No, not
No.
at this time.
All right. I will thank everyone. I think there's more.
More comments?
I think there might be another public comment. All right. Ms. Conway, are there others who would like to make a comment or ask a question?
President Fuller, there was Bella Campo that was in the queue, but I think she may have left the meeting because I cannot contact her, as well as a Christine that hasn't responded to my request either.
All right. Well, thank you. At this time, I'm actually going.
I'm sorry. I actually do see Christine now. There is no last name on Christine, so she will have to state her full name and address.
Of course. You can unmute.
Hello?
Hi, can you please state your full name and your address before making your comment or asking your question?
Yes, my name's Christine Livesey.
Okay, and you just need to state your residence, and then you can make a comment or ask a question.
Okay, 1 second. I think there's something wrong with my...
We can hear you clearly. I'm not sure if you can hear us.
1 second. Oakhurst. Can you hear me now?
We can, yes.
Okay, hi. So I heard you guys talking about how you follow Governor Murphy's executive orders and these guidelines that the state of New Jersey is giving regarding masks and 6-foot distance for our children. But I think you should all be aware, I'm sure you already know, that Governor Murphy's executive orders do not supersede federal and state laws and constitutional rights. And every school board seems to be aiding and abetting in the illegal acts of Governor Murphy. I just wanted to make you guys aware of all the laws you guys are breaking. So you have an idea of what's headed for you, because you will be held personally responsible for aiding and abetting in these illegal acts from the state.
All right, thank you very much.
No, I'm not done. Hello?
Yes?
Okay, I'm not done. I'm not even done.
Is there a question?
No, I'm not asking a question, I'm making a comment. That's what I'm doing.
All right, continue with your comment.
Okay, so the school's COVID-19 policies are illegal. They violate my child's federal and state constitutional rights, including the right to substantive due process. You should get a pen and start writing some of this stuff down. And the right to equal protection, free from arbitrary treatment by the state under the 14th Amendment to the U.S. Constitution, bodily integrity rights under the 14th Amendment to the U.S. Constitution, deprivation of rights under the color of law, Title 18 USC Section 242, irreparable harm, 2009 New Jersey Code 963, cruelty and neglect of children, crime of the 4th degree. The school district does not have the right to require a mask that restricts the breathing of my child, which is child abuse and child endangerment. The school district cannot violate my
Ms.
I'm not done.
Christine,
I'm
I
not done.
appreciate that, but I'm actually going to ask you, since you are stating things that you should bring up with your building principal or director.
No, I'm bringing it up with you. I'm bringing it up with the school.
I appreciate that, but I think we've stated our mask.
But why are you cutting me off? Why are you cutting me off? I'm entitled to make a comment and I'm not done.
You are, but at this point.
No. Why are you cutting me off? I have this recorded on my phone, by the way. I will be adding this with the legal documents you'll all be receiving.
That's fine.
You don't even want to hear.
Thank you. The meetings are actually recorded in full and posted
Good,
on
I'm
the
glad.
website. so
Good.
you can
I'm
refer to our
recording it as
report.
well. I'm recording it as well.
Well, thank you.
Why are you cutting me off? I'm not done. My
you've
comment
made your
is no
comment.
longer done. I'm
Thank
not
you.
done making my comment.
All right, thank you.
I'm not done making my comment.
While I appreciate that, I think at this point, it would be best for you to contact your building
No,
principal
I'm
or
not.
the superintendent. At
Okay,
this
you'll
time-
be receiving legal notice because you didn't want to hear what I had to say. I'll have to write it and do a legal notice for you.
We heard what you said and we
No, but I'm not,
appreciate it,
no,
and
you didn't hear what I said because I'm not
did.
done. You're being rude.
I'm
You're
not.
being rude. I'm entitled to a public comment and you cut me off. Why did I get cut off? Why are you cutting me off?
I am informing you that the comments and the questions that you're making are not going to be addressed by this board this evening. Our mask.
I
our
need to
social
make you
distancing
aware of the
policy is
violations
what
that
it
you
is.
are in. I need to
I
make you aware.
appreciate the
By
information
enforcing
that
these
you're providing
unlawful,
us with.
illegal COVID policies on my child, your actions accurately and sufficiently meet the criteria under the USA Patriot Act, Section 802, which defines a domestic terrorist, which involves engaging in acts dangerous to human life with these masks for our children.
All right,
Okay?
well, thank you very
I'm
much.
not done. No, I'm not done. I have a lot
I
more for
actually
you guys.
think
You
we
should
are
be
done
taking
for
notes.
this evening.
Take
We are
some
done
notes.
for this evening. The
Take
district
some
mask
notes.
policy will not
Take
be
some
changed.
notes.
We are done. You can please put your
If
comment
you're
in
worthy of
writing
your
and submit it
seats,
to the
you
board.
Thank you, Janice.
That is not how I wanted this meeting to end.
No.
Excuse me.
Just take a minute, Janice.
That is not how I wanted this meeting to end. We, as the board, express our deepest sympathies to the family of Mrs. Amato. And our hearts are heavy at a loss for our school, for our kids, for our teachers, and for the township. And I apologize that someone felt the need to use this forum after what had been shared with the community to say these things. I am truly sorry. At this time, I think that brings to an end the meeting. I actually need to make a motion for the board to return to executive session to discuss litigation. Can I please have a second?
No action will be taken.
No action. Thank you, Ms. McGovern. No action will be taken.
You can get a second.
Second.
Mrs. Gilman.
Thank you, everyone.